Okay, hopefully we live now. I'm having issues with my connection. So, hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 12th, 2023, and we're going to discuss the YNW murder trial that began today on the 163rd day of the year, of course, the 38th prime number. We know in Gematria, rapper and murder are both 38. Hopefully this stream doesn't start to skip like it was earlier and we could get through it through the presentation. I'm gonna speak about a lot because I'm gonna go from the beginning, from when they first announced that he murdered his friends to now, to the day that his trial began. So let me just delete these other live streams that I began. Nobody gets confused. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with this case, YNW Melly, the rapper from Florida, he was arrested because police say that he killed both of his friends. And according to the rapper, he's saying that it was actually a drive-by shooting, that it wasn't him who killed his friend, that it was actually another car that pulled up next to him and started shooting. And the bullets apparently didn't hit YNW Melly, only hit the other two passengers in the vehicle. There was supposed to be 4 people in the car, and the police is not buying the story. The police is actually charged. They charged him with murder, and they also charged his friend, another member of the YNW camp. This guy right here, his name is YNW Bortland. So this was actually the driver of the vehicle. So okay, so it was a car. It was a 4-door, I think a 4-door sedan, and it was 4 passengers. This was the driver. YNW Melly was sitting in the back seat, and the 2 victims were, one was sitting next to the driver, and the other one was sitting next to Melly in the back seat. And according to YNW Melly, he's saying that a car pulled up next to him, started firing, and the bullets apparently didn't hit the driver and YNW Melly. Only hit the two victims. But the police is not buying that story. They're saying that YNW Melly is the shooter, and this was the driver of the getaway car. And they're both facing double murder. Now, I was listening to the prosecutor, and she really wants to give this guy the death penalty because she kept bringing it up in the case, saying that if convicted, the guy deserves to be executed. And I think that is what's gonna happen because there's a lot of 201s in this case, and we know in Gematria capital punishment equals 201. But let me just start from the beginning so you guys can see how ritualistic all this stuff is. This is a big number ritual. Again, I don't know if this actually happened. My guess is that it didn't happen. And this is just more racial shaming. But, again, I can't prove that. So this was the article that I read back on February 2019. Because remember, he was... Okay, so his friends were shot and killed on October 26, 2018, but he wasn't arrested until the following year on February 13th, 2019, on the anniversary of the Tupac album All Eyes on Me. And think about how Tupac died in the actual drive-by shooting, and this guy was arrested on the Tupac album anniversary. All Eyes on Me came out on 2/13, and remember Tupac died 213 days after the release of that album, and we know drive-by shooting is 2/13. So they arrested him on 2/13, and this article came out on the 19th of February. Actually on the 27th, where he claims that it wasn't him, it was his ops, his enemies that shot his friends. When I first heard the story, I was like, it didn't make sense to me why he would kill his friends. But then I looked at the numbers, and I see that first of all, it's not true that his friends were shot by someone else. If his friends were shot, yeah, he knows a lot. He knows a lot more than what he's saying in court. Because again, this is all a big ritual. But okay, so let me just show you guys the date that they're saying that it happened. It says here that on October 26th, video from the New Era recording studio at 805 North End 4th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale showed the 4 men leave a Jeep Compass SUV at 3:20 a.m. Come on, 3:20. We're going to talk about this number in a second. It has a lot to do with the Roman Catholic Church and YNW's real name. It has Gematria of 320. We know that number to be infamous. Think about George Floyd, who was exiting a ML 320 Mercedes Benz, and then he gets nailed on next to the police cruiser 320. That number is very important, to say the least. Henry, 20 years old, was driving. Demons was sat behind him. Exactly. So there was 4 people in the Jeep SUV. I think I said sedan in the beginning. I was actually wrong. It was actually SUV. And like I said, Demons was the passenger in the back seat. And Henry, who's also being accused of the murder, he was the driver. It says here that Williams sat in the front passenger seat and Thomas was in the right rear seat. Yeah, those were the 2 victims, Williams and Thomas. Cell phone records showed Demons, Thomas, and Williams traveled west on Miramar Parkway, north of Southwest 184th Avenue, and then west on Pines Boulevard. The killings happened on Far West Pembroke Road, near a waste treatment plant and the Everglades, according to court documents. Okay, damn. Where's the photo of this? It's actually a picture there. I don't know what's not loading. All right, so this happened on October 26th. Now, let me show you guys this. This rapper, when you read the headlines, they keep bringing up this song. Like they refer to him as, they don't refer to him as YNW Melly. They refer to him as the Murder on My Mind rapper. A lot of articles, that's how they refer to him. And just think about why would they refer to him as that? Because one, this is not even his biggest record. He has other songs that are bigger than this, arguably. This was the song that put him on the map, though. I'll say that. And 2, he has a name. Right? They could call him YNW Melly, or they could call him by his birth name, Jamal Demons. But they refer to him as the Murder on My Mind rapper. And if you guys notice this song, it came out on August 3rd, on 8/3 or 3/8. And just think about how the word murder equals 83 and 38. And he released it in the same year that his friends were murdered, right? And this is what's interesting about that. From the release of that record to the death of his 2 friends on October 26, 2018, they died 84 days after Murder on My Mind came out. And notice in Gematria, Young Nigga World, which is what YNW stands for, it equals 84, just like drive-by shooting. And remember, that's what he's claiming killed his friends. Which now I'm thinking maybe that's, because I'm trying to predict what's going to happen in this case. But, this 213 here in the YNW name, maybe he gets away with this. And, maybe he can convince the jury that it was a drive-by shooting. Because it's very interesting to me how YNW, what it stands for, equals drive-by shooting. And that's what he's claiming killed his friends. So maybe he gets away with his murder. But, I'm thinking he probably does get the death penalty because, again, capital punishment equals 201, just like his birth name. But just think about that, you guys. The day that Murder on My Mind comes out on 8338. Murder is 38 and 83. 84 days later, his friends are killed. 2 members of the YNW crew. And Young Nigga World equals 84, just like drive-by shooting. And 84 is an important number. The Jesuit order is 84. The Catholic Church is 84. Jesuits 84. Huge number, period. But we know now why it happened 84 days, right? And notice he also killed him 187 days before his upcoming birthday. He was born on May 1st, YNW Melly. He was born on the Illuminati's birthday, actually, which is perfect because this guy's definitely an Illuminati puppet. Here's his date of birth. May 1st, 1999. He was born on the Illuminati's 223rd birthday. He has a song called 223. If you guys haven't heard it, go listen to it. It talks about the number 223. Got born on the Illuminati's 223rd birthday. And like I said, he shot his friend supposedly 187 days before his upcoming birthday. And that's an infamous number. That is also that's known as the police code for murder. And that is also the number that identifies the Society of Jesus. Notice in Gematria, Society of Jesus equals 187. His friends dead 187 days before his birthday, and 84 days after Murder on My Mind came out on 8338. And you see the 213 stands out because remember, he was arrested not the day that his friends died, but he was arrested the following year on February 13th on 213. And Young Nigga World is 213, drive-by shooting is 213, of course Death is 213, and again Tupac, he put out All Eyes on Me album on 213, died 213 days later in the drive-by shooting. So we've seen this pattern over and over again throughout history in the hip hop world, and this is another example of that. But notice the name Jamel Demons is 201. I mean, just think about the guy's surname is Demons. Come on. The guy's name is 201, just like the Jesuit order. And notice capital punishment is 201, just like Order of Illuminati. And that's what the prosecutor wants. They want him to die in jail. They want to kill him. They want to give him the chair or lethal injection, however it is they do it down there in Florida. But the prosecutor is convinced that he is the shooter, and they're saying that execution is the only way out of this. I was watching the trial, and I took a couple of screenshots. I put them on my Instagram page. Notice this book, right, that his lawyer is holding up to cover her mouth. Now you got to ask yourself, she could have just covered her mouth with her hand. Why would she lift up this notebook? It's just so funny how they do this. And notice the name of it, right? It's called Evil Plans and Stuff, which equals 201 and 258, like Order of Illuminati. Right? The rapper that was born on the Illuminati's birthday, whose name equals 201. And then, the one-eye symbolism is so obvious, right? This stuff is just right in your face. I mean, do you really need to pick up a book to cover your mouth and speak? You could have just went like this. No, she wanted to pick up this book and show the title of it on the screen. Let me show you guys some other things that I noticed in the trial. They showed this. They showed this as evidence. This was one of the victims. The prosecutor saying that he had $97 in his pocket at the time of his murder. So they found $97, and what we know about 97 in death, right? In Gematria, death equals 97. And the prosecutor even said it. She said, how much currency is that? I think the district attorney said it was 97, and they screamed it out right in the courtroom. And there was a lot of smiling going on, a lot of laughing. I'm like, man, this guy's facing murder. He's not. Yeah, he's facing the murder sentence, right? He's facing the death penalty. What is there to laugh about and smile about? Him and his lawyer were just laughing and smiling the entire case. So his friend's dead 84 days after the song comes out. Young Nigga World's 84. The Jesuit Order's 84. The Catholic Church is 84. Jesuit is 84. And Young Nigga World's also 213. Gets arrested on 213, right? Now the victim, one of the victims, his name is Anthony Williams. His name is 69 and 84. Think about it, he killed Anthony Williams 84 days after Murder on My Mind. And the guy's name is 84, like the Jesuit Order. The name Anthony Williams is also 69, like the Jesuit Order. The other victim is Christopher Thomas, and he does have that 177 in his name. The Jesuit Order is also 177. So it's possible that these are fake names. They're real people, but these names are also fabricated. And like I said, the whole story could be fake. These people could be very alive, and all this stuff can be all a fabricated joke, just to shame the black man 42 days after his birthday. We spoke about how he supposedly killed his friend 187 days before his birthday. The homicide code for murder. The police code for murder. And he was arrested on 213, which was the 44th day of the year in 2019. And we know that to be an infamous number because shooting, kill, gunfire, all 44. Keep in mind that Black History Month is also 213 as well. And remember what I said about the number 320? No, notice his full name is Jamel Maurice Demons. His name is 193, like Roman Catholic Church, and it's also 320. And think about it, the police, according to the article, they said that this happened at 3:20 in the morning. How believable, right? Now he put out 2 albums. He put out an album while he was in prison. Actually, he put out both his albums came out while he was in prison. And let's talk about the first one. Look at this. His debut album was called Melly versus Melvin. Came out on November 22nd, 2019, which was 56 weeks after the death of his 2 friends. Again, his friends died on October 26, 2018. His debut album comes out on November 22nd, the anniversary of the JFK murder. 56 weeks after his friends died. And we know Society is 56. So his debut album comes out by the numbers as well. And then, while in prison, another album came out in 2021. It was this one here. The name of it is called Just a Matter of Slime. No, and this is another ritualistic album. Like I said, his birthday is May 1st, and the album came out 106 days after his birthday. Infamous number to Black history. Black 106. I Can't Breathe 106. Black Power 106. Black 106. Big number with the George Floyd ritual as well. So 106 days before his birthday and 259 days before his upcoming birthday. From the release to his upcoming birthday was 259 days. And the YNW, remember, it stands for Young Nigga World. So his name is technically Young Nigga World Melly, right? YNW Melly. And notice his name forwards is 259 and in reverse is 106. So Young Nigga World Melly puts out his album 106 days after his birthday and 259 days before his upcoming birthday. And notice the name of the album is 227 and 259. And August 15th, that's the 227th day of the year. So Just a Matter of Slime comes out on the 227th day of the year, 259 days before Young Nigga World Melly's upcoming birthday. So both his albums come out very, very ritualistically, and in connection to the murder of his friends as well. And keep in mind, his friends died on a 74 date numerology, another infamous number, rapper killing Jesus Christ, all 74, Tupac 74, Machiavelli 74, named Hustle 74. Think about Nipsey Hussle, another rapper dead by the numbers. Oh, and then today his trial begins, right? Now, why did they choose today on June 12th to do to start his trial? Well, because the numbers lines up perfectly. From his birthday to today, it's 42 days. And we know nigger's 42, slavery's 42, February's 42. Remember, he was arrested in February 13th. But notice what else is 42. The guy's name. And the guy's name is 42. Jamel Demons. Gematria 42. Trial begins 42 days after his birthday. Evil plans and stuff. Evil plans. What are those evil plans? I think that's self-explanatory. You know, usually when I make videos about these big time rappers like this, it gets a lot of views because these rappers have a lot of fans, and usually when their fans come across my video, you know, I get a lot of mixed reactions. A lot of people appreciate the work and say this is interesting. Others will say that I'm looking for clout, that I'm trying to get famous over this guy's name. I get other people that say that I'm crazy, that I'm some type of lunatic. I think the reason this stuff goes on and it continues to go on, there's multiple reasons, right? One, these people are participating in it. And two, society is so dumb and can't see through the obvious. So all of those factors is the reason this stuff goes on. Because people ask me why is this going on? How do they get away with this? Well, that's your answer right there. If Jamel Demons, if that is his real name, If he doesn't participate in this, then it doesn't happen. But because he wants to have a rap career, and he wants to be famous, and maybe he does beat the. You imagine if he beats this case? Think about how his popularity would grow. His record sales would jump off the roof. If in fact he does beat this case, again, I don't know if he's gonna win this case. It's very possible he does get the capital punishment, because that is another 201 frame. Another 201 word phrase is what I meant to say. It's possible he gets the death penalty, because they don't really care about money, to be honest. Because if they did, they would have never got rid of Tupac, Biggie Smalls, all these rappers who generated so much money for these people. This is more about the ritualistic side of it. These people they're following a biblical code, and I think that's way more important to them than record sales. But I think record sales does matter to some extent, because usually when a rapper dies or when they get locked up, the record sales increase. People start listening to their music. I'll guarantee you, people today, because his murder trial began, people were listening to his music, streaming his music. But point I'm trying to make is, if just think about it. Like, if he does win this case, this guy is gonna be one of the biggest stars in hip hop. I mean, the guy just beat a murder trial, and he's a gangster rapper. That's what he talks about. Murder on my mind. So that's another reason why they would do this. Record sales and more money for the record companies. But again, if these people don't participate in that, then this doesn't happen. If you're in court and you're facing the death penalty, I don't know, because the thing is, if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of murder trials that you can watch from actual people. And I would like for someone to find me a video of a person, fighting a murder case, and show me a moment in that person's court case where he's smiling and laughing. Most people who are fighting a murder case, they don't have time to be laughing and smiling, because they know that their life is in jeopardy. And if you guys saw this guy's murder trial today, this guy was laughing, smiling cracking jokes with his lawyer. Like, again, and this stuff, it seems very, very fake to me, very fabricated. And can anybody really prove that his friends are dead? Can you guys really prove that? Or are you just going by what the media is saying? Can you even prove that YNW is in prison? Can anybody prove that this guy he's really been in jail since 2019? Because I remember when they had the Gucci Man versus battle, this guy was on his phone leaving comments under the Gucci Man battle. And I'm like, isn't this guy in prison? Well, maybe they let you have phones now. I don't know. I don't know how it is, what's going on down there in Florida, but I don't know, man. The stuff it seems very, very fabricated to me. I mean, from the release of the music video to the day of the execution, it's just a big numerical pattern. Anthony Williams, that 84 days after Murder on My Mind came out. And man, just think about that video, Murder on My Mind. He's sitting over his friend's dead body. Wow, what a coincidence. And I take that back. This might be his biggest song. I'm noticing it has a 500 million views. Okay, this might be his biggest song. It makes sense, right? The song that is connected to the death of his two friends. Let's see, what else? There's a lot more to this. I'm pretty sure there is, but I don't want to overload you guys with numbers, because I think we've seen enough, really, to be honest. The 3:20 p.m. 3:20 in the morning. 3:20. Jamel Maurice Demons. Another thing that I find surprising is how the prosecutor didn't mention anything about that song. They didn't bring that into to evidence. They usually do that though. They usually use the person's music as evidence. I do find that interesting that today they began his trial today, the day that the Miami Heat can possibly get eliminated from playoff contention. There's probably something to that as well. Yeah, I think we spoke about most of it. The rap, I think rap is 17. You got a tattoo with the number 17 on it. Let me just take a look. Yeah, rap in the most pure cipher is 17. That could be the reason for that tattoo. I mean, you just think, but look at the symbolism though with the snake. It's all biblical. The watch. What time is it right there? It's 10:30. So yeah, he might beat this case. He might not, but I guarantee you, if he does lose this case, I think he will get the capital punishment. He will get the death penalty. I highly doubt this man gets paroled or life. I doubt it. I think they're gonna make an example out of him, and they're gonna fulfill their rituals. Their ritual. That's what it looks like. Or he could possibly win the case. I think those are the only two options. Either he beats the case or he gets the death penalty. I don't think he gets life. I don't think he gets 20, 30, 40 years. I don't. Those are not options to me. I think he either beats the case and then they the defense team convinces the jury that it was a drive-out shooting that killed the Young Nigga World members, or he gets the capital punishment, the death penalty. Now those are my guesses to what happens to YNW. But I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow because tomorrow leaves 201 days left in the year. I was wondering why they didn't start the trial tomorrow because it would have made more sense. But all the 201s that we documented already, but I know why. It's because of this. It's because of this. His name equals 42, and today's 42 days after his birthday. So makes sense. All right, so if you guys have any questions, you leave a comment. If you guys are new here and you're about to write some bullshit in the comment section, just listen. Educate yourself before you start trolling and talking bullshit because this stuff is real. And I don't want to be famous. I'm not trying to get clout off this guy. I can care less about YNW Melly or YNW whoever. These people are all pieces of shit, and they have evil plans and stuff for all of you who keep consuming their music. All right, so I'll leave it there. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we shall continue to cover this and expose it to the best we can because, these people do have a lot of fans, and his fans, I don't want his fans to follow in his footsteps because that's what happens a lot of times with these rappers. They influence a lot of young kids to do these acts, Oh, kill your friends. Be like YNW Melly. But I'll leave it there, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.